It is Saturday, March 6th, and the psalm that we are praying today is Psalm 31. And oh wow, is it a doozy. Psalm 31 has a range of emotion in it and a lot of nuggets of truth. So let's think about a few of them. One is the psalmist in Psalm 31 talks about how there will be times when the only one we feel we can trust is God. And that really brings up the idea of what is trust. To trust someone or something is to put your full weight on it. Like the chair that I'm sitting on right now, I trust that it's holding me up. So in times of struggle, we can notice, where do we put our trust? What do we lean on in times of struggle? To place our trust in God looks like talking with God about what's heavy on our hearts, our minds, and resting in the truth that God hears and will act for our overall good. Notice too that in this psalm, like many of the psalms, lamenting psalms we've been talking about, that the person tells it like it is. No sugarcoating, no prettiness here. He's lonely, he's afraid, he's angry, and he's in despair, and he tells it just like that. The psalmist also reminds us that we can bring our wants, our real wants and desires to God, and they don't have to be pretty. God won't necessarily do the things that we ask, but we can ask whatever they are. I think that is an untruth that is told in Christian circles so often. Well, if I ask for it, then God's going to give it to me, even if it's not good for me. And can I just tell you, that's not a very good God who will give you something that is bad for you or harmful for you just because you ask for it. So God listens to us and witnesses the force of the fury and pain that we feel. And sometimes what we want comes out of that. Sometimes we want revenge. And that revenge isn't good for anybody. We can ask God for it and trust that God won't give it to us if it's not good for us and everybody else. So I'd like for you to reread this psalm and pray it. And notice the phrase, steadfast love. Do you want to know what's the most true thing about God? Steadfast love. That means a love that keeps going and that will last no matter what. There is nothing that you can do, say, or be that will cause God to unlove you. Do you want to know what began many systems of the cosmos? What started the universe into being? Steadfast love. Do you want to know what you can trust, what will hold you in this difficult time? God's steadfast love. So go back and reread and pray Psalm 34. And notice what your own wants are, your own strong feelings. And notice God's steadfast love.